NASA just found what looks like a bathtub ring on Mars. At first, that doesn't sound like much, just a thin line in the rock. But that line may be marking the edge of something Mars lost billions of years ago. The discovery comes from the Curiosity rover exploring Gale Crater. Inside a layer called the Ampari marker band, it found something unusual, not just colour or dust. A concentration of metals, iron, manganese, zinc, locked into the rock all along what looks like a boundary, almost like the edge of a shoreline. On Earth, you've seen this before. When the water sits in a lake and slowly evaporates, it leaves behind a ring, a visible line where minerals collect at the edge. That's the bathtub ring. Now imagine that happening on Mars billions of years ago. On Earth, deposits like this form through chemical reactions as water interacts with the environment over time. And in many cases, those reactions happen in places where microbes are active. That doesn't mean there was life on Mars. Chemistry alone can create these minerals. But this exact combination, these metals in this kind of pattern, is the kind of environment scientists look for when they're asking a bigger question. Was Mars ever capable of supporting life? Because this tells us something important. Mars wasn't always cold and dry. At one point, this area likely held shallow standing water that stayed long enough for minerals to build up and leave behind a record. Not a moment, a system. Something stable, and that matters because life doesn't just need water. It needs time. Time for chemistry to happen, time for simple systems to form, time for something to begin. Curiosity hasn't found life, but it may have found one of the clearest signs yet that Mars once had the conditions to support it. A thin line in the rock, a chemical stain left behind, the edge of a vanished lake, and possibly a clue that Mars wasn't always empty. That's a fact.